but you know what you should be aware of? The Donkey of the Day. So yes, Donkey of the Day for Friday, January 12th goes to Edu Menace Maddox. Since his name is kind of a tongue twister, I'm just going to call him Maddox. Before we get into the donkey, let's get into a Lebitard Show stat of the day. This is the 11th donkey in the last 20 days. The previous 11 donkeys were over a span of 107 days. Get that. So, on some Saul Goodman snit, there are people on the server that make a bad name for themselves, so much so that they try to start anew and make a new name. Some people are better at doing this than others. Some get found out after a few months, some after a couple weeks. And if you're reading this and have done this and still haven't been found out, kudos to you. Maddox tried to do this as well. Okay, nice, that's great. He's got a rep as an obnoxious player, even though, to be quite honest, his friends and enemies are quite obnoxious as well, so I'm not sure why he gets most of the flack. But anyway, he changed his name to Asian. Now, the first rule in getting a clean slate is to actually, make a unique sounding name. In the age of multi-accounting and finger-pointing multi-accounting people, the name Asian will scream multi to people. I know he's not multi-accounting in that sense, but above that, it'll scream to people that this guy is definitely not a new player. His choice in a new name was terrible, as Charles Barkley would say.
That's terrible.
Second rule of getting a clean slate is to completely change your playstyle. If you change your name and don't stop the DMing and do the same snit over and over again, then you changed your name for no reason. You'll be found out in a day. Now, shout out to God of Destruction. He showed off a Mayhem montage on Maddox's channel. At around a minute 6, Maddox is fighting a fag, and he eats his pet. He has a separate keybind to confirm eating his pet, and he accidentally presses it twice. Keep in mind, this keybind types in the 1 key. If people really need to singularly have a keybind for the 1 key, then we really have a problem. But I digress. Posting his Mayhem montage under Asian on his Maddox YouTube channel, while trying to be a new person, while trying as hard as he can to hide his name. Turn off his kill list, turn off the kill death chat notifications, all of it, and he still failed to hide his identity. Speaking of giving yourself a clean slate, he also had a complaint topic made by XXXS of him and Keeds. I don't know how to say his name. Keeds stole an account. Shared or compromised account, killing every warrant known to man or woman in Las Venturas. Riding around with a guy whose account is stolen. Not even the original owner is on it. Now, I'm not Cole Phelps or Suichi Saihara, I'm not a detective, but doesn't that make you think Maddox probably knew how Keith's account was stolen? I don't know, very shady. Though after all that, there's a possibility that Maddox made the new accounts in order to slide past security and get activated on the forums, and he never gave a snit about not being found out, which would make all of what I said irrelevant. But then again, when do I ever say anything worth listening to? What the fuck, I didn't write that. DSP, did you touch this?
What the fuck? Touch it?
Okay, calm down. Like I said before, Maddox may be a donkey, but a good amount of his friends and enemies are donkeys as well. This is Las Venturas we're talking about. Either way though, let's give Edu Menace Maddox the biggest heat, please. I guess we're back to the Las Venturas donkeys, I had a thing of Colgate in here. I was gonna say something about Colgate. Him being an autist, and being glad Las Venturas claims Colgate, but I chose not to say it. Oh wait, I just said it. Oh well. GG. Anyway, rip in peace to Edu Menace Maddox and his 7 accounts that is dead.
Rip.